Good morning traders, welcome to this session review for the London ICT Silver Bullet hour on the 1st of June 2023, looking at EURUSD, and let's see what we were offered this morning. On this chart I've marked out the buy side and the sell side that interests me. We are underneath New York's high from yesterday and inside the previous day's low as well, so it's kind of consolidating inside here. We are currently sitting in a premium. Asia's pumped up, it's not been able to take the highs of yesterday's New York session, and then coming into the London session we have taken the sell side liquidity from Asia, currently retesting the lows again into a fair value gap on the 15-minute chart with a 15-minute order block. We have some liquidity below us in the form of previous day's low, and then I've marked out a 15-minute balanced price range here inside this fair value gap and a second balanced price range here. So these are key points where if we do touch those, I would be definitely interested in looking at reversal opportunities. Let's drop onto the 1-minute chart. So just before the start of the Silver Bullet hour, at 3 AM, we can see that we've taken equal highs, relative equal highs in the London session here. Big pump up. And then what I would be looking for after this, you see a big impulsive move up. If we can get a big impulsive move coming back down again into this range, something like that. Nope, not like that. Leaving a balanced price range for us, then that would be an entry that I would be interested in. So we have come back into the range, we've left a fair value gap. I don't think I'd be keen to jump in at this. We're straight into the hour, rejecting or respecting, I should say, this fair value gap. So at the moment there's no clear direction as to where it's going to go. Could we go up and take the sell side, the buy side, sorry, or because we've already taken sell side in Asia and we're back in the Asia range, or could we come for further sell side? So here I will be waiting for more confirmation. Respecting the 50% level of that fair value gap. Okay, so we've closed that fair value gap, so currently the bearish fair value gaps are not holding. That's a strong move, so a big strong engulfing candle. Leaving a balanced price range here, so this is kind of the setup that I was thinking earlier on. We've got balanced price range just in there. Bullish move up, has taken some liquidity, so we've got some relative equal highs there, which has come down and broken structure lower, now breaking this swing low here. Leaving this balanced price range, so I would be interested in taking a short position at this point based on the power of the balanced price ranges. So if we got tagged here, I would ride that down, expecting swing low liquidity to be taken out below us, which is this 15-minute swing low sell side here. Let's jump back in. This is the open of the new 15-minute candle as well, which is always significant in my opinion. We're just pulling away. Given the fact that we've got a bias to come down now, we could follow this down, see if we get tagged in lower down. We are inside this order block. Our stop loss would still cover the balanced price range and the fair value gap. We don't get tagged in. Getting very close to the sell side now, 7.8. It's kind of last opportunity to get in here. I wouldn't want to be getting in any lower than this. Okay, so that's that's that out. I wouldn't take this fair value gap entry. We're too close to the sell side here, and it would leave us too exposed above us. Where stop loss is kind of below this order block area now, so I wouldn't be comfortable taking that. See if this higher one gets tagged. Respecting the lower fair value gap. Leaving breaking structure, leaving more fair value gaps, so definitely bearish at the moment, and we've hit the target there. So there was no opportunity, in my opinion, to get short at this point. Because we've taken this 15-minute swing low now, I would switch my bias, looking for a 2022 mentorship entry model, which will be a break of structure, bullish break of structure with displacement. Okay, it's not really a break of structure, that's not a swing high. Yeah, so I wouldn't be interested in this fair value gap here because we've not broken a swing high yet. So I'd have to be patient. We are coming up to the end of the silver bullet hour now, so I'll have to see if we get an opportunity. So our swing high is here. No, here actually. I'll take that as a swing high. Swing high there now. So we've got relative equal highs here into this fair value gap. We are respecting the fair value gap. New swing high created here. Still respecting this fair value gap. So this is really good to see. This looks very strong. If we could get a break of that high, like that, that's quite cool. Volume imbalance, big strong bullish candle. Will this give us a fair value gap? Yes, it does. So we do have a fair value gap here. So we've respected the midpoint of this fair value gap. We've got a couple of wicks down into the lowest bearish order block here. We've closed above the 50% of this fair value gap. So I always find from our back testing that the 50% areas are quite key. So we can see on this one we're kind of around the 50%, which is nice. This one, this bullish candle has closed well above the 50% mark, so this would lead me to think that this fair value gap is not as significant now. So this one appears to be more significant than the one we're currently in. So I would take this as a long position. Five pips, take profit, 5 pips, stop loss. We are literally at the death here. See if we get tagged in just before the end of the silver bullet hour. No. That's the silver bullet hour open. So how do you guys play this? The setup formed, or the entry formed within the silver bullet hour. The execution has happened just outside. So would you take this or not? Back into that lower fair value gap. Again, not breaking that 50% level though, which is interesting to see. Closing above the fair value gap. Back in. So we've got this higher fair value gap now, so this will be interesting. Closing into it, respecting that fair value gap. We have got volume imbalances, bullish volume imbalances coming up though. So these are always a really good sign in my experience. Yeah, so we're closing into that fair value gap, closing above the 50% with a volume imbalance as well. I believe that would be target hit, left a big fair value gap. So there's our 5 pips, brilliant. So that would have played out if we allow ourselves to be triggered into a trade just outside. So I'm not sure how the rules really apply. Yesterday I had the same experience where a setup fair value gap formed within silver bullet hour. and then the execution happened just outside. So are those classed as valid setups or not? Given the fact that we are closing back inside that range now, so we've taken the swing low liquidity and we are closing back inside the range, you would be targeting the opposing liquidity, which is going to be the session high. So really good target if you had the patience to hold it for that long. I would be happy with my 5 pips, but let's see how this plays out. Now in this session, as I was watching through this, I know that there is news. So the euro has CPI this morning. Nice strong reaction. So there's our balance price range from our initial entry that we were looking for. Oh no, not, sorry, ignore that one. That's so that's just tapping the balance price range we looked at earlier. No reaction whatsoever. And taking the high. That would have been a pretty epic trade if you'd have held that one and got long based on the ICT 2022 mentorship model. There, a potential 4R comfortably within the hour, basically a 1 hour trade. So that's how I would view the Silver Bullet session this morning for the London session. I hope that was useful and you gained something from it. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave any comments down below. It'd be great to hear your feedback. And I'll see you again later on today with a review of the US 500 session.